Here's the scenario. You're on the mountain, climbing or hiking or whatever, and the weather pulls in. Now you've got to ask yourself two questions. One, is the clothing that you're wearing going to protect you from the elements? Are you windproof and are you waterproof? And two, are you going to make it down before nightfall? If the answer to both of those questions is no, you've got trouble. But if you need to wait out the weather, your best option is to quickly pitch a shelter of some sort. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, it just has to be quick. So in this video, I'm going to share how you can set a shelter up really quickly, even in the weather. I'm Clarice, you're on the Live Ready channel. So an emergency shelter doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can be something like the rock shelter behind me. Your main priority is going to be to keep yourself dry and out of the wind, because wind chill factor can actually cool you down so fast. You'll suffer hypothermia much faster if you're wet and in the wind. So that's going to be priority number one. You can use a natural shelter, but if you don't have that option, you can use something as simple as a mylar blanket or a plastic bag, poncho. In this case, today, I'm going to use a tarp and just some 550 paracord. Really lightweight option, something that you can easily just stuff in your bag or in your backpack. If you've got, this is hard work, if you've got one of those don't die in the woods mylar emergency shelters, those are great too. Right now, I've still got a way to go before I'm going to find a tree to put up a top. Okay, here goes. Okay, so I found a place where there are some trees that I can use to set up a tarp shelter. There's some level ground here, not a whole lot. Really important to choose your campsite really carefully. You don't want to be in a dip where there's a lot of cold air accumulating, and you kind of want some of the geological features in the area to shelter you from the worst of the elements. First things first, what I need to do is just put up a ridge line. So I have started storing my ridge lines, which is a bit of 550 paracord, basically the same way that you would store a climbing rope, just because it flakes really easily, so it comes undone really quick. And then what I'm going to do over here is I'm just going to make an end of the line bowline on this side, and then the other side I'm going to run a trucker's hitch. To make an end of the line bowline, my working end and my standing end, make a loop, pull a bite of the standing end through, and then take the tail of the working end, push it through, pinch it on both sides, and then just pull. And that is an end of the line bowline. Once I've got an end of the line bowline, I can go around a tree. I'm at a bit of a slope here, and before you say, well, pick a flat camping spot, on the side of a mountain you very seldom actually find a really nice flat spot. So just make do with what you've got. As long as you're not in a big dip where you're going to get a lot of like cold air accumulating, you should be okay. So I'm just running the end through my end of the line bowline here, getting some twigs in the process, which is going to knot my line. Because I'm at a slope, I'm going to make this side a little higher, do it all the way through. That should do it. Going to go over this branch and to the tree at the back. On this side, I'm going to make a trucker's hitch. I'm just going to go around the tree. There we go. So to make a trucker's hitch, and the reason why I like it is because you can tension it so much. I'm just making a loop and I'm pulling a bite through. The way I check that I've done this correctly is if I put tension on it, it should come down completely, which is what's really nice about a trucker's hitch, is because it doesn't matter how much you tension it, you can always get it loose quite easily. Now I have had to loosen the knots from trucker's hitch that has been made in the opposite direction. It's not fun. So make sure that you do it right, that you pull the loop through from the working end on this side, like that. And now I'm going to take my working end and run it through that little loop Now I can apply quite a lot of force to this to really put tension on that ridge line. And I can make it really tight. All right, in order to secure my knot here, I'm just going to pinch it so it doesn't move. I'm going to make a halter hitch. So I'm basically just going to put a loop through on itself, if you can see, and then just pull it tight on my original knot. Now if I pull on this, it will come loose really easily, which is again the advantage of a trucker's hitch. In order to prevent that from happening, when I do this loop here, I'm just going to put a security knot over it. So halter hitch, and then just a security knot over it. Now I've got a really tight ridge line that I can put my tarp up on. Now the reason why I say this takes a bit of preparation is because you need to pack the shelter system in such a way that you can easily deploy it. So the first thing that must come out is your ridge line. The second thing that must come out is, well, I'm going to take my tent stakes out of here first and put them aside so they don't get lost. How I fold this tarp before I pack it away, I actually do it at home before I leave home. I do it in such a way that when I take it out, these are my two top corners, so they are the ones that I'm going to put on my line. So I can really quickly grab them, I know exactly where they are, and my entire seam that goes at the top of the tarp is also folded towards the top. So I know if I grab this and I grab a hold of the middle here and I let everything else fall, I'm going to be holding my tarp the right way up already, which makes it easy for me to set it up. Now, because I know that this over here is the two top ends that I'm going to tie to my ridge line, I can really quickly go to putting them on without even flaking my tarp out. So my tarp can literally sit under my arm while I'm quickly tying up my two lines. Now I'm going to show you two different ways that I do this. The first one is with a toggle and a prusik knot, and the second one is with a figure 4, and I'm just going to make a halter hitch over it to make it extra secure. So a figure 4 knot, I complete the figure 4 knot with an event hitch over it and also a toggle, and then I do a halter hitch to keep it in line. It sounds like a lot of knots, but when you do it often, it becomes really quick and you don't need to fiddle with toggles and prusiks. Toggles and prusiks are great because they're really great tension on the line. Now I had the line for the prusik over here. I'm actually going to do the second and then I'll get around to the prusik just now. The reason why is because this is really nice and easy because it's a long line. I can put the tarp under my arm and quickly do this on the line. There's just one thing I need, and that's another toggle, which I'll find in here. Okay, so these are little olive wood toggles that I previously made. This is really helpful if you're doing this in high winds, because to put your tarp down or to let it go in high winds is actually going to mean that it's going to blow all over the place and you're going to have a really hard time setting it up. So to align myself here with the line, so I put the two lines parallel and I run the working end over, and I'm just going to do 2 loops, 1, 2 around. So I've basically now just twisted my line around my ridge line. I'm going to run it over my fingers and then I'm just going to twist it up and pull it through at the top, and that is already an event hitch over a figure 4. To keep it there, I'll just put a toggle in. Okay, it doesn't have to be a pretty toggle. You can actually just use any little stick off the ground, and then again I'm going to do, just to make doubly sure that it's alright in bad weather, halter hitch with a safety. Okay, without the halter hitch and the safety, this line does actually slide and tension on the ridge line. Right, so I've got that up. Now really simply I'm going to grab my other end here and I'm going to drop my tarp. So my tarp doesn't even have to land up on the ground. I do have to adjust this a bit because I'm running out of line here, and you can see I can just shift my toggle around. It will hold tension even without the halter hitch and the safety, and I can just come here with this toggle and set up a prusik on this side. Just tie a tiny little round piece of string. I've done this with 2 double fisherman's knots. What they're really nice for is when you apply tension to them, they're really, really strong like this. To do a press-sec over my line, I'm going to twist my knot end through my other end, like that. So it makes two little loops over there. I can even just hold them down. I'm going to run it through again. So now I've got 4 little loops on the line, and I run it through a third time. Now I've got 6 on the line. I can dress it a little bit, tension and dress until they sit like that with a smiley face. Press-sec knots are really popular in climbing because they absolutely hold with tension. So they're really great safety knots. And now what I can do is I'll just put my little toggle through there and tie my line off to this. Also, as soon as you release tension on them, you can move them around. So again, I've got a tensioner sitting on my ridge line. So now my toggle goes through my press-sec, and my press-sec just slides on my line, and I can tension it as much as I absolutely need to. Now all I have to do is put my tarp over my ridge line. I really prefer to do that. I think it just distributes the tarp's weight evenly over the line. It really is worthwhile carrying a couple of aluminium tent stakes. They really are lightweight and they save you so much trouble, especially in bad weather. The last thing you want to do is stand around carving tent stakes in the rain. I also carry extra guy lines, extra paracord, and an extra long ridge line should I need it. In the rocky ground again. Come, Indy. There's always one that needs to be adjusted. That's as good as I'm going to get it. If you can't get the tent stake in, try and tie it off to the root of a tree or a rock. You can even dig a hole, tie your tarp off or a guy line off onto that rock and bury it. If you really can't get a tent stake in, for now this will hold. Because this is supposed to be a rapid shelter setup, some of your things need to have been prepared in advance. So this is something that you prepare for at home before you even leave, so that you can quickly deploy your shelter system without having any hassles or needing to tie a whole lot of knots, especially when your hands are cold. The fine motor skills don't come so easily in the cold weather, so you want to have prepared all tiny knots and things, press-secs and things like that beforehand. The whole setup of this system should only take you a minute or two. You really should have practiced this to the point where you can put up a ridge line in a minute, and literally connecting your tarp to it is putting up 2 points that are fixed on your ridge line, whether that be press-secs or figure fours or any other tensioner knot that you prefer. It really should go very quickly. Then staking out the tarp should also only take you another minute or two. So this should not take you more than 5 minutes to do. It is advisable to practice this in non-windy conditions and then in windy conditions, because adding wind to this setup really is an extra challenge. And then also just make sure that you pack your gear in such a way that you can easily pull it out and deploy it and set it up so that you know how your whole system works. If you've liked this video, remember to hit like and subscribe. Also check out the Live Ready Patreon page. I'll put the link in the description below. It gives you access to the Live Ready Discord server. I find a lot of people mail me questions that other people have a lot of experience on, and I'd like to connect you all in a community together. It also helps me to continue making videos such as this one for you guys. Drop a comment below if you've got some more suggestions, and until the next time, live ready.